Every year, dictionaries announce new words that got added to the English language. That made us think about what new words and phrases made it to the world of work for the first time in 2024. And what we saw made us realize two things: that these words and phrases have emerged as a result of what's happening in the economy, what's happening in the society around us. And second, while the words are new, these are not actions which have happened for the first time. You and I have possibly done it ourselves or have known people who've done it in the past. What's changed in 2024 to make this a trend and a new phrase is the number of people who are experiencing this globally. I'm sure that there are more words and trends that came up for the first time in 2024. These are a few of our top picks. We offer them with our hypothesis of what possible sequence of events caused these terms and phrases to come up in 2024. I'm sure there are other interpretations and hypotheses possible. These are just a few that we're offering to you to consider. First up, let's start with the saga of hybrid work. If you play back a little bit, 2021-22 saw companies encourage workers to work in hybrid and remote to manage COVID, get work done. 2023, companies made it inviting and invited employees to return to office. There was one business leader who very lightheartedly told me, it's almost like my company is running an election campaign. They're promising freebies if I return to work. But towards the end of 2023, early 24, some companies tightened their stance. Some companies started throwing the rule book and mandate on return to office. From this, we believe has emerged two words that came up for the first time in 2024: hushed hybrid and coffee badging. Imagine this: your company has a mandate of 3 days in office for all employees, but the manager allows some employees to remain remote for very valid and varied reasons. So, on paper, the rules exist, but in reality, a little bit of flexibility. No one's complaining. The second one is coffee badging. This one is where employees go to office long enough to have a coffee, say hi, hello to their team members, spend a little time, make their presence felt, and head back home to finish the rest of the work. Reasons again could be varied: check on the RTO mandate, long commute, or just to meet teams and co-workers and spend some time. A Harris poll puts the number at 69% of people who say they've done this in 2020. The next few terms are what emerged due to the changes in the economy in 23-24. 23-24 have been tough years for the job market. Over 5 lakh layoffs between these years and an increase in the unemployment number. So on one end, the phrase that emerged in 2024 is quiet hiring. This is where managers assign additional responsibilities and in some cases new roles for employees without a corresponding change in compensation. It could be a short-term fix to manage the resource gap, but in a long term it leads to burnout and reduced employee morale. Now on the other end of the spectrum is this phrase which came up for the first time called Resenteeism. I had to practice that a few times. This is where employees are stuck and feel unhappy at their job. They're not getting other opportunities outside due to a tough market, and let people know that they are unhappy. Now, you and I have possibly known people who've been negative and unhappy in our teams over the years. What has changed is the percentage of people in 2024 experiencing resenteeism. Gallup puts it at 17%. Now that brings us to the fifth word: quiet vacation. Caught between a heavy workload and not wanting to appear less committed in a tough job market, employees are taking vacations without letting their managers and teams know and keeping up the pretense of being on the job. It raises a lot of questions on the culture of teams at workplace, but it's not all bleak. There was one beautiful term that made its way into the world of work in 2024, and that was quiet thriving. Coined by the psychotherapist Lindsay Alderman, it denotes when employees take charge of their workday, when they'll take small but deliberate steps to add meaning, fulfillment, and flexibility into their work. It could take the shape of a special project, wellness breaks through the day, or anything else. What is powerful is the mindset that all of us have some control over our workdays. And no matter at what level of the hierarchy we all are, there will be some parts of our role that we don't enjoy, but we still have the ability to craft our role to our interests and fulfill and play to our strength. Those were the new words which made their way into the world of work in 2024. On that note, I'm going to wish all of you a fabulous 2025. May we make the most of what 2025 has to offer.